Welcome back to Doc Goes Off Topic. So, today what we're going to do is continue with the dividing head build. We are at part 4, I believe. So in this one we're going to be boring out the spindle axis for the dividing side. The spindle axis will carry your work, and the wheel, the 40 tooth wheel that the worm drives. This will also govern where the wheel clamp goes, and will guide where the worm and its carrier goes. So I've already laid it out. I've got it set up in the lathe, centered as best I can. At this point, precise centering is not really a requirement. Get it as accurate as you can, because it does make things a bit easier down the track. But as this governs where everything else goes, you can use this as a landmark or a set point for those future operations. So without much further ado, let's get to drilling and boring. Alright, so at this point we're just drilling out to get our through hole, and then we'll use a boring bar to enlarge that to 20 millimeters so that we can use these commercial bushings, which are 12 by 20s, because the wheel has a 12 millimeter bore. With that, now this drill is a number 1 Morse taper, 5.5 millimeter. We're going to use that to pilot. We have clearance. Now we are off a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but that drill is wobbling a little bit. We'll correct that when we bore it out. Gotta reposition. Can only do about 36 millimeters. That's quite good. Now this drill is not long enough to get this all the way through. Right. Now we can advance to the other side. sure that the discrepancy between the center of the boss and the center of the hole that I'm drilling is largely due to the excess draft that I put on this surface, because it's quite a deep surface, so moulding it is technically challenging. Alright, now we can step it up in size to whatever our largest drill is, which I think might be a 16. Alright, so this is our largest pre-boring bar. And I think, that's going to be short. I'll have to have a look, see if I can find my longer boring bar, but let's see what we can do. Speed. So we're drilling it out to 18, bearing in mind these are 20. Actually slightly. They're 20. So it gives us 1.95 millimeters to play with.
Okay, so now that we've got it out to 18, we can bore this out to its required diameter. So after much jiggery-pokery and trying to find a suitable boring bar, we found one. We're now, from 18, we're now at 19 millimeters. So about another 0.95. The indexable carbide I had been using was leaving an absolutely atrocious finish. Very gummy. So I've gone over to a it's an O1 tool steel bar that I made a few years ago. Okay, that's 0.2. We need to go a little bit further. Which is leaving a much better finish. Alright, so we've got about 0.2 to 0.25 of a millimeter to go. Essentially, I'm just taking spring passes just to very, very slowly bring that out. Okay, I think we might have gone a bit too close then. I think that is exactly 20. Oh, it's a slight interference fit. It might just be in luck. Alright, so we'll take that one off and then we'll repeat that in the back plate. We got very lucky then. Should have just run with another spring pass. Yeah. those are captive, they won't go anywhere. But this should end up being a bit of a should end up pressing in okay. Got it as an uninterrupted cut. So I should get an idea of where we're at bore size. Almost 19. Okay. I think one more spring pass, so we should be pretty much there. And then we can press those bearings into place and work on the temporary quill and the permanent quill. Good. I think that will press in as well. So I'm going to use my 20-ton converted shop press forging press. Okay, first of all, I'm going to use it for this purpose. Okay, this one, because of these legs, I need a spacer. I don't need that one anymore. Oh, not going to believe that. Those legs are exactly the same length as that. Okay. Last. Let's do this one. I'm getting almost no resistance whatsoever. So. There we go. Both of those pressed into place. Well, that brings us to the end of that day, and we have the bearings in place, front and rear. So next job is to make the temporary spindle, which will allow us to fit the wheel brake, so that allows us to lock position so that we can actually cut a gear tooth.
Following that, we'll be turning up the clamp itself, and then once that's turned up, we'll turn the permanent spindle. I've got some, I think it's some 1045, which will work quite well for this purpose. It turns well. I've been using it for making axles for gearing on the lathes that I repair. So that will be the next couple of videos, so look out for those. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to share on social media, and if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. This channel is just getting started, and I'd love to see the subscriber base grow. In the meantime, get out to your shop, have some fun, but do stay safe, and I'll catch you for the next one.